Hey guys, welcome back to Homebrew Wednesdays. I think this is number 6 for me. I do have to apologize. I haven't posted any of these videos in the last 2 weeks. But the reason being is I do have a normal job, but my work schedule is anything but normal. I work 12-hour shifts on a very odd schedule, and when I work for days. The plus side is when I'm off for days, and right now I'm off, so let's get down to what I've got going on right now. First off, I have right here the Cooper's Australian Lager that we made together in one of my Homebrew Wednesday videos. It's very cold. It's carbonated. I don't know if you guys can see all the little bubbles in it or not. It's been sitting in my keg for about a month. That's just great. It's really good. If I had to place it, tell you what kind of commercial beer it tastes like, it's pretty much kind of like a Foster's. Now, there is a little more alcohol in this one than the commercial beers, simply because I make the way that I make my kits. Let's see. The last video that I did, I told you I was trying to experiment a hopped apple cider, which was nothing more than apple juice, a little Safe Ale SO4 English ale yeast, and I fermented it with an ounce of Cascade hops. Oh, excuse me. And I gotta tell you, it didn't turn out that great. Cascade hops, as you know, has a citrusy, floral aroma and taste to it. And the apple cider basically came out tasting just like grapefruit juice. And I'm not a great fan of it. So I don't know if I'm going to do any more hopped ciders. I might try a 1-gallon experimental batch with Saaz or Fuggle hops, try to get a different taste into it. What I've got going on right now, down in my basement, I have 2 Cooper kits fermenting away. One is a Mexican cerveza, and one is a Cooper's English kit that I added a Fuggles hopped tea to. That's easy to do. You take an ounce of hops, you boil it in about a half a gallon of water for 5-8 minutes just to get the hop flavor and aroma, and then you use that water to make your kit. Something else that I have right here, I picked up a packet of turbo yeast. Now this is Liquor Quick Brand's Turbo Pure Express. It states it's professional turbo yeast. I don't know what amateur turbo yeast is, but here you go. Professional turbo yeast. The instructions say in 5.5 gallons of warm water, warm being 104 degrees, add 18 pounds of sugar to produce 18% alcohol. Mix well until completely dissolved, and do not use an airlock as resulting CO2 needs to escape. Basically, I buy a whole crap load of sugar. I dissolve it in water to 5.5 gallons. I pitch this yeast. I stir it constantly. It says stir for a minute. I stir for a minute, but what I use is an electric drill with a clean and sterilized paint stirring attachment to it, and I will just stir the shit out of it. And this will make, or it says it'll make, an 18% wash in 5 days. Now, I don't know if the claims are true or not, because obviously I haven't done it yet, but if it does, I should have about 5 gallons of alcohol that's about half as strong as vodka. Now, the good thing you can do with that is you can clear it and you degas it, and just like you do with wines, but you can add your own flavors to it. You can get those little, water flavors. At your homebrew supply store, they have beer and wine flavorings. You got cherry, apple, strawberry, blueberry, peach, watermelon, whatever. Make your own kind of like turbo yeast wine cooler out of it. You can get it really, really cold. Add a little, country time pink lemonade mix to it. Sit out on your back deck and enjoy a nice warm summer's day with it. Okay, I did get some mail. I don't know if it's called beer mail or not because it's not really beer. But what I've got, hops. Yeah, hops. I found a place online called Yakima Valley Hops, and I decided to order a half a pound of UK Fuggle hops. All right, now they do grow Fuggle hops in America, but if you can find them, get the English variety because they're a lot stronger. I also have half a pound of Autumn hops, which is a close cousin to Cascade. It's got the same citrusly floral taste and aroma, but there's some piney notes to it as well. Okay, now the reason I want to tell you guys about this is if you're into partial extracts, mini mashes, or all grains, check out Yakima Valley Hops. Their prices are very cheap. They have flat rate shipping. If you order 4 pounds of hops or less, you're going to pay $6.99 shipping. Just as an example of what kind of cost savings that is for you, at my homebrew supply store I can get the English variety Fuggle hops. I pay $3 an ounce. This 8-ounce or half-pound bag costs $7. So basically, for the same price as 2 ounces of hops from my homebrew supply store, with tax added, I get 6 ounces for free. The Autonoms I think were $1 cheaper, but 8 ounces of hops, that's a lot of hops. Now you do have to refrigerate them. I wouldn't recommend freezing them, but you put them in your refrigerator every time you do a batch of homebrew, whether it be a kit, partial extract, a mini mash, or an all grain. All you have to do is pick yourself up a cheap scale, weigh out an ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, whatever you want, and there you go. So the website again is Yakima Valley Hops, and no, they don't pay me to advertise. If that's what I'm actually doing, I'm just trying to save you guys some money in your beer making. Okay, another website that you might want to check out is austinhomebrew.com. They're located out of Texas. As far as homebrew stores go, their prices are pretty much standard, but what really saves you money is the shipping. Just like Yakima Valley Hops, Austin Homebrews offers flat rate shipping. It's $6.99 for any order up to $100. They're coming all the way from Texas. My homebrew supply place is only a 20-minute drive away from my house, and if I wanted to, say, have them mail me a pound of hops instead of driving over to pick it up, $16.95 in shipping. $16.95, and they're only traveling maybe 16 miles. That's like $1 a mile in shipping. So check out AustinHomebrewSupply.com, check out YakimaValleyHops.com, and get all your stuff really cheap. Alright, time for beer. That's good. It's good and cold, which is just the way you want it. In my part of the country, it is unbelievably hot already. Summer only started a few days ago. It's 93 degrees and humid outside. No relief probably until October. So that's what you have. The elderberry wine that I made, or that I showed you guys making, is still currently in stage 2, which is the secondary fermenting vessel. It's still fermenting away, rather vigorously actually. As soon as the fermentation is stopped, or I believe it is stopped, by way of no airlock activity, I will take a hydrometer reading to make sure that it is stopped. I will add the sterilizing ingredients to kill off the yeast. I'll transfer it back into the bucket that was the primary fermenter. I'll degas it, and then we'll add the stabilizing agents, and then we'll do a technique called back sweetening. All right. When it's ready, I'll get all that on video for you guys. But other than that, I really don't have that much going on. The kit and kilos I have in the basement is just your standard. So I didn't really feel a need to film that, since I have a Homebrew Wednesday showing you how I make my kits anyway. Well, that's really all I have for you guys this week. I hope your week this far has been really good. I hope the rest of your week is even better, guys. You know, take care. If you drink beer, make your own. Happy Homebrew Wednesdays. I'll see you next time.